I'm sorry, have you ever paid a tariff? Because I have.
That's
They don't get charged on foreign companies, they get charged on the importers.
And ultimately, when we have fair and balanced trade, which the American people have not seen in decades, as I said at the beginning, revenues will stay here, wages will go up, and our country will be made wealthy again. And I think it's insulting that you're trying to test my knowledge of economics.
Trump's all over the place. Look at China. Over the past 48 hours, the tariffs he put on China have gone from 20% to 104% to now he says at least 145%. He's calling out numbers like he's working a bingo hopper or something. There's no plan.
When comedy meets confrontation, Jimmy Kimmel's mic drop moment against Caroline Leavitt and the Trump parade. Sometimes late night television isn't just about chuckles and celebrity gossip, it becomes a mirror reflecting the chaos, contradictions, and characters of modern politics. And in one such fiery episode, Jimmy Kimmel transformed his stage into a political roast pit, where one name stood out as the centerpiece of his takedown: Caroline Leavitt, the bold-faced defender of Donald Trump's echo chamber. Now, let's set the scene. The audience is laughing, yes, but not just at the jokes. There's a deeper sense of catharsis, a release of tension as Kimmel slices through the noise of political punditry and serves what can only be described as a gourmet-level clapback feast. The subject, a young, fiery, and unapologetically pro-Trump spokeswoman who recently stepped into the lion's den of national discourse. But Kimmel wasn't just poking fun. He was dissecting a phenomenon. Caroline Leavitt, the latest media sensation orbiting Trump's solar system of sycophants, has been on a crusade to spin facts, reframe realities, and sprinkle sugar over the sour legacy of her political patron. And Jimmy, he wasn't buying a single ounce of it. From the moment Caroline stepped into the limelight, she's been walking a tightrope, projecting herself as the voice of a new generation, yet parroting the same old talking points. She's polished, strategic, and unmistakably aggressive in her loyalty to Trump. But that slick media armor didn't stand a chance against Kimmel's razor-sharp monologue. He opened with surgical precision, painting Caroline not just as another political mouthpiece, but as someone so desperate to protect her boss's ego that she'd throw logic, history, and basic decency out the window if it scored her airtime. And here's the thing, he didn't even have to exaggerate. Caroline's recent comments and interviews practically wrote the jokes themselves. Kimmel, with that signature smirk, peeled back the layers of her performance, mocking her overly rehearsed sound bites, her hollow outrage, and the alarming speed with which she tried to paint any criticism of Trump as a full-blown assault on America itself. It wasn't just funny, it was deeply revealing, because underneath every joke was a hard truth. And then came the kicker. Kimmel turned his gaze from Caroline to the broader Trump entourage, a parade of figures who, in his words, seem less like political leaders and more like contestants in a reality show that somehow never got canceled. Caroline, in his eyes, wasn't the unique voice. She was just the latest finalist in the Apprentice-style audition for who could shout the loudest in Trump's defense. But here's the magic of what Jimmy did. He turned what could have been a petty takedown into a moment of cultural commentary. He exposed how deeply embedded the performance has become in politics, how people like Leavitt aren't just speaking for policies or principles, but auditioning for relevance, for proximity to power, for retweets and